Game of the night, NBA Madison Square Garden, 15,000 in a frenzy for a must-win Game 2 for the Knicks after dropping Game 1 to that man, Trae Young, who picked up right where he left off. Fans were ready for him, but Young had 20 points at the break last night. Look at the up and under there in the second quarter. Hawks up 13 at the half, but Knicks fighting back in the third. Under 3 minutes to go in the period, down by 3. Reggie Bullock, yes, ties it at 72. Crowd goes wild. Minute later, we're still tied. Julius Randle has not gotten himself going in this series at all, but he knocks that one down, and the Knicks a 1-point lead. After 3, fourth quarter, Knicks lead is 4. And they're running. Watch Obi Toppin. Up he goes. And down he throws. Toppin's mom, as the fans are chanting his name in the arena, moved to tears. Under 5 to play. Tied at 91. The best player for the Knicks in this series by far has been Derrick Rose. He scored 26. Knicks a 2-point lead. About 3.5 to go. Same score. This is Reggie Bullock. Yes, it is. Trae Young scored 30, but it wasn't enough. Knicks take it 101-92. That series tied a game apiece going to Atlanta. We'll talk about it in a minute. We'll also talk about this. Russell Westbrook and the Wizards in Philly looking to even that series. They wouldn't get it done. It was a one-sided affair in favor of the home team. But this was the moment. Early fourth, Russell Westbrook getting tangled up and down he goes in frustration, being helped off the floor. And watch at the top of your screen, this idiot dumping popcorn all over Westbrook as they're taking him out. Now, the good news is Westbrook was restrained and did not make it up into the stands to go after the guy, who was removed from the arena, so that's good news too. Ben Simmons scored 22. The Sixers won by 25, but that wasn't the talk after the game.
To be blatantly honest, man, the is getting out of hand, especially for me. Just the amount of disrespect, the amount of just fans just doing whatever they want to do. It's out of pocket, man. It's out of pocket, seriously. Like, any other setting, I'm all for the fans enjoying the game and having fun, and it's part of sports. I get it, but there are certain things that cross the line. And any other setting, I know for a fact that fans and they want to come up, and a guy wouldn't come on the street and pour popcorn on my head because he know what happened.
All right, so that's obviously a terrible moment there. And look who has made their way in. PJ Carlesimo, Seth Greenberg with us today. And PJ, let's just comment on that. Some things just sort of feel like they should go without saying, and yet this happens. So you've coached at the highest levels, college and pro. Just what is your reaction to that?
Well, it's a disgrace, obviously, and it's, I've been through that tunnel so many times. I'm shocked because it looked like there was a canopy that would have stopped that, but obviously there was a gap at the end. Now I'm changing the building, but it's hard to imagine that could happen, but hopefully they get him, throw him out, fine him, do whatever you can do, but that's disgraceful.
Seth, you commented briefly earlier. For those just joining us, your thoughts?
I think you got to prosecute the guy. And look, you're not going to throw him in jail, but you got to prosecute for more than anything else. You've got to send a message to the fans. This type of behavior is unacceptable. You've got to protect the players. I mean, to me, getting on and off the court, playing on the court, it'd be popcorn one day, it's beer the next. Who knows what's going to be the next thing? Things escalate. You've got to send a clear message.
You got to send a clear message to the players also. Hey, guys, that's not going to happen. We're protecting you.
So we will see where that goes from here. Let's leave that for the moment and get to the action on the floor. So Knicks, Hawks, we just saw it. They even up. These are two very evenly matched teams, so no surprise that it has been as close as it has been. Who's going to win that series and why?
Boy, I actually think I'm going to have trouble coming back to the city. I actually think Atlanta might win it. I just think they have more offensive weapons. I think they did a great job in New York dealing with all they had to deal with. They were in position. It's tied. For some reason, they fell in love with the three-point shot. It's tied at 91. They go 0 for 8 the rest of the game. 6 of the shots were threes. Which shocked me. You said it exactly right. Neither team can get away from the other. You get a 10-point lead, it doesn't matter. The team comes back. I just hope it's as good a series as it started out.
I would not have guessed I would say this at any point, but Seth Greenberg, the best player the Knicks have is Derrick Rose. He has been rejuvenated here.
It's not even close. He is the key, and he's got to start. Hey, look, if you have Nerlens Noel on the court and Elfrid Payton on the court at the same time, you're playing 5 against 3. You've got to have Derrick Rose on the court because he can put pressure on the defense, make a play, make a shot. They play faster with better flow with him on the floor. He's got to be on the court, and they've got to guard Trae Young. I mean, and here's the key with that, I think. You got to make someone else beat you. Like I said, the 8 threes, but, Trey wasn't the guy shooting those threes.
No, exactly.
They got the ball out of his hands. If they can do that, they have a shot.
Gallo and Bogdanovich could not make a shot. Knicks defense in the second half, I think they took Atlanta from 46% down to 26, like 18% from three. They turned up the D. Tibbs is going to want to do that, but so is Nate. It's going to be interesting to see the dynamic in Atlanta. Selfishly, I'm rooting for 7 games, 1-possession games.
Yeah, and I thought Tibbs did a great job defensively, but they've got to find a way to get easy baskets. They've got to get the ball to Julius Randle in the middle of the floor where the help is compromised.
All right, so that game 3 will be tomorrow night on ESPN. Tonight we get game 3 of Suns-Lakers. After LA ties that up, are they going to win? I asked Seth earlier today, does it start to feel like the Lakers are imposing their will?
Well, I think it only feels like they're imposing their will if Chris Paul is not healthy. To me, that was a totally different dynamic with him not being there. If he's not healthy, I can't see Phoenix winning. If he's healthy, it's going to be interesting because I still think AD and LeBron are a little less than 100%. AD realized, I don't have to shoot jump shots anymore. I'm going in the paint. I'm going to the free throw line. You can't defend him when he does that.
So if Paul is playing and he is some facsimile of himself, you still give Phoenix a shot to win this series.
I think Phoenix has an excellent shot if CP is healthy.
What do you think, Seth?
Yeah, I've got the Lakers. And Anthony Davis, to me, like you said, don't settle. Look, we need to make a jump shot. Don't settle. Play downhill, get to the line, and then when they rotate, you can pitch it out. They got enough three-point shooters. Devin Booker, though, if CP3 is out, Devin Booker is going to light it up and put on a show.
And very quickly, I am told that Friday, the result of the Friday golf match between the two of you went in the favor of the old grizzled veteran here.
We won. I will say in all, we set a record for shots given. We had a lot of dots on our cards.
Hey, look, I had no chance to win that match because one thing playing with PJ, but then you have to listen to him for 4 hours. It's impossible.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.